I think the features that a studio artist must have, it's changed from the point of being a specialist to being versatile, to being able to move competently among mediums, sometimes around ideas, that the person is resourceful in finding ways of showing their artwork. It's often difficult to get the work out there. I think they have to be tenacious to find outlets to show or exhibit. I think it's understanding the formal properties of the work, dissecting what kind of meanings are involved with the individual parts that make things up, and bringing those things together in a way that might be a very intellectual way of looking at the work, and sometimes that can kill the work as well. It may be that sometimes it's developing the ability to work in a medium and understanding some of the meanings, but allowing things to happen serendipitously. As a studio artist, I think one of the ways that we impact communication is we slow people down. We try to get them to look longer, that it's not moving past you, but it requires you to immerse yourself in the work. Potentially it's an old way of looking at things as the media is zooming past us right now, but ultimately we rely on people taking more than 5 seconds to watch. I think it's a difficult thing to say what attracts an individual, but I do think that video is one of the major ways that we attract audiences. I think that particularly a young artist is able to easily find a resource, a wall, a building, some sort of an interior space that they're able to project video on to provide potentially a new structure, a new pattern, almost as if you're adding a new skin to the surface. I think it's an exciting medium in that it's a very young medium. It doesn't necessarily feel like everything has been done. It feels open and available. I think that it's also easily adaptable because it's a file that can be changed very quickly, and so it's easily adaptable to social media. It's easily adaptable to things like Vimeo and YouTube and other ways of sharing, and it's inexpensive to transport the work. It's different than the more sort of traditional plastic mediums like sculpture or painting, where it requires an expensive packaging, it requires expensive moving, it requires careful handling. Video often exists just as a file. My commitment as a studio artist is to discuss, talk about the social condition. Sometimes the political condition, and sometimes it's to describe the place and time that I am in. That it's to take ownership and hopefully begin to shape the world, to create a point where a person has to look at the world in a slightly different way. My name is Tom Miller. I teach sculpture and video classes at the Santa Fe University of Art and Design in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I am a studio artist. My practice includes painting, sculpture, video, But I don't limit myself to those mediums. They're the ones that I'm working with now. I feel like the mediums that I work in are just a vehicle for communication.